Hello, everybody. I saw something very controversial that is on the news media, and I wanted to make some comments about it. And this is more relating to my life experience. And I think a lot of people live in the disbelief and myth of this big lie that the world has have told you, and I wanted to give my own perspective. You may not agree with it, okay? You may even curse me for it, but but I think I want to share this experience with you, okay? So the the news is this news, okay? So the DBS CEO says that he doesn't believe in work-life balance. In fact, okay, he thinks that is baloney, okay, baloney, and work is just part of life, right? This, in short, work-life balance is a bullshit concept. Now, that's okay. He has his own opinion. But what is interesting to me are the emoticons that come out from his comments. Okay, so if you see, majority of people give very negative rating, right? Either a clown, angry, or BS, third finger, and all sorts of stuff. And that was on Goody Feed. I saw the same thing on Mothership. So this news came on Mothership, and look at this, right? A lot of people thumbs down, and then blackface and all sorts of stuff, right? So clearly, majority of people is very angry with him for saying that work-life balance simply doesn't exist. Um, and I thought I want to share my experience in pursuing for work-life balance, and I think I'm quite qualified to share work-life balance from a corporate life perspective, and also a entrepreneur perspective and investor perspective, because I live all three life. And what is important is that I've also brought up three kids, and I think my three kids are pretty good kids. They are very filial, very well behaved, very entrepreneurial or very aspiring. Generally, all three of them do very well in their life in their own respective ways. Okay, so I'm very happy, and this is probably the proudest thing I ever achieved in my life, which is to bring up three very great kids under life pressures and things like that. And I want to share with you my understanding of work-life balance, how it can be achieved, or what form and shape can be achieved. Right. First of all, I had this interesting experience. Some of you, most of you have never met him before, but I've met face to face with Jack Ma. Okay, I was very fortunate. Long time ago, Jack Ma came down to Singtel, and we as a management team had a chance to have an encounter with him, to meet him, ask him questions, and they have discussed. And Jack Ma actually was confronted with this question by the Singtel executive. He asked whether he thinks work-life balance exists. He said that in Alibaba, this question was debated extensively, and among the management team, they came to the realization that work-life balance can never be achieved. Can never be achieved. That was Jack Ma. Now, most of you all say, "Oh, but Jack Ma is from China, and China is different from Singapore." Blah blah blah. I don't know. Okay, so we have Jack Ma, who disagrees that work-life balance exists. We have got DBS CEO, who believes that work-life balance is baloney, which is rubbish. Okay. And interestingly, Jeff Bezos also said that. All right, he said work-life balance can't be achieved except work-life harmony. But yet, many of us are so angry with all these comments, because that's clearly what we want to achieve, right? Work-life balance. Okay, so, but let me give you my experience in work-life balance. Okay, so when I was in Singtel, I've when I was working, okay, when I started working in 24 years old, I clearly wanted to be successful in my corporate life, and I wanted to be successful as a family man as well. So to me, both are equally important. Okay, so I pushed myself very very hard as a corporate person, and I actually did quite well in my early years of my Singtel life. So we have performance level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being the highest and 5 being the lowest. 1, I think it's only given to the top 5 or 10%, okay? So I was mostly I was performance level 1, okay? We call PR1, okay? PR1 for more than a decade of my life. And PR1 means that in early years, could be as high as 8 to 10 months bonus, 8 to 10 months bonus with stock options or performance shares of a big magnitude, of course, those were junior years of my life, right? As I became, director and later VP, it's a lot more difficult to achieve this kind of performance rating. I think the worst I ever got was performance level 3 or something like that. But anyway, that's not the point. But the price I paid was very, very high, very, very high. So basically, I worked 7 days a week for sure. There's no such thing as 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. No such thing. The official hours was 9 to 6. We always leave and work until 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. Okay, always, always. Most of the time, I think I leave office around 8. I think 8 p.m. is the norm. Okay, and when I go back home, my kids, them those days were young. What do? I go play with them, have fun with them whatsoever, eat dinner together. After I put them to sleep, I go back to work until easily 1 a.m. That went on for at least 2 decades, 2 decades, all right, 1.5 decades. 1.5 decades, 1.5 decades, I think, okay? So that was how I kind of balance both work and life and be an achiever. When I'm on leave or holiday, I'm always working. So when it's time to play, we play, but when I got free time, I go and clear my emails, make a few phone calls, get things done, We're always on hot standby. Even in my reservists, where I serve as a OC of a PDF unit, we're busy, Even that, we are always on clearing work, balancing the reservists and work. And many times I have to go back to office in my army uniform. So now some of you may say, okay, maybe in your junior years is like that, okay? But I look at all the CEOs and the junior CEOs of my company. Okay, Chua Sok-kun was the CEO, group CEO. Then there were regional CEOs, okay? All of them work worse than me, worse than me, yeah. So they work until the retirement, right? So actually there's no difference whether you're junior or senior, If you want to be very successful in corporate life, all of them work like that. So, I came to realize that at least, for achievers, work-life balance, never seen it before in a corporate life. Never, okay? Then as an entrepreneur, it got worse. It got worse. Look at me. I work 7 days a week. The minute I wake up, I start working, Minute, not the hour, the minute. I wake up, I on my phone, quickly clear a few messages, a few emails first, I start working, right? And the work all goes all the way until right before I sleep. I send some work over to my staff and so on, right? So, and of course, in between when I'll give call, I try to balance my life with my children even now. Like right now, Kate is in Europe. I'll visit her in Europe, and I'll give a call to my kids once a day, catch up with them and so on, right? But being an entrepreneur is a full-time, 24/7, okay, 24/7. Something happened, staff call, emergency, I wake up, that's life, right? So as an entrepreneur, your life don't belongs to you. It belongs to the customer, it belongs to your staff, it belongs to the vendors, it belongs to everybody, right? Except yours, right? So as an entrepreneur as well, I've never seen a successful entrepreneur that has work-life balance. Never seen before. Especially those businesses that are in the startup years, even worse. Okay, or even worse, doesn't exist. Never seen before. Okay, it doesn't seem before. Now, I'm going to say something that is very controversial because I've seen actually people who have achieved some form of work-life balance. Okay, some work-life balance. The Ang Mohs, especially with those days when I work in Singtel, we have got Optus colleague in Australia. The minute they stop work, they off their phone, off their email. and just have a wonderful life and morning come back whatsoever. Okay, they get performance level 3. Okay, get holidays. Yeah, is uncontactable. Okay, that's fine. So what I want to say is this. Okay, and it's very controversial. You're going to get offended. Okay, but I'm going to share with you at least my experience. Okay, maybe you guys have seen other experiences. Please share with me. Happy to leave your comment below. Okay, you can click dislike. Okay, or you can click like if you believe in me. I'm going to say this. Okay, for achievers, work-life balance doesn't exist. If you want to be successful, either in a corporate life or as an entrepreneur, work-life balance doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Okay, so forget about work-life balance if you want to be an achiever. But if you want to, have a more balanced life, then you got to, you want to have work-life balance, or at least, 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, 8 to 5, 9 to 6, or weekend have no disturbance whatsoever. Then most likely you're gonna be just a moderate achiever, and that's okay. That's the life you choose, and that's fine. Some of us lead very happy life. Okay, but if you want to, and success is not just measured in success in business or in career, right? Success is measured also as a father, as a mother, and as a son or daughter, whatever, right? And your own quality of life. But if you want to be rich, successful in your career and in wealth, in businesses whatsoever, chances are work-life balance doesn't exist. At least in the initial years, okay? Initial 20 years, I would say. Now, I think that some people achieve work-life balance in their later years when their wealth accumulated to a great degree, when they are late 40s, early 50s, 60s, and then they got enough money, they live on passive income, they live on, whatever, rental income, whatever, okay? Those kind of life, yeah, I've seen it happen a lot more. So I just want to say that, it's not true that work-life balance doesn't exist, but it exists for different people under different aspiration, different age group, and so on, right? So, but if you want to be successful and rich, okay, I would say that in your early years, even to your midlife, I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. So, I'll just say this: you can kiss work-life balance goodbye. So, in my experience, I find work-life balance is a myth, it's a lie. Okay, at least for me. But I find work-life harmony. The Jeff Bezos of Amazon actually said, I find actually more relevant to me. So I kind of blend my family life, my coaching of my kids, fatherly responsibility and enjoyment and so on, personal pleasures and all this. I blend them into my life. Okay, I find that work-life harmony is more achievable, right? I certainly don't look like I'm stressed. Okay, in fact I don't have much stress in my work life, but I work very hard, but I don't have much stress. Okay, and I think I look quite good nowadays with the help of Korean skincare and hair transplant, and I maintain a very good shape right now. So clearly I've achieved some kind of work-life harmony. Okay, so if I can do it, so can you, and it's up to you to choose your life. Okay, so this Mr. Lu just sharing his life experience. You may disagree or you may agree. Let me know your comment. Okay, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, so please remember, hit subscribe and follow the channel. I'll be posting videos every day nowadays. It's a lot easier right now if I just talk. Okay, live stream is a lot more difficult, but if I just talk, if I see something interesting, I just talk. I think it's very easy, right? Okay, so I see you tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.